versus two separate things. Girlfriend, boyfriend relationship.
So we are familiar with him. I've seen his videos before. Him giving input on how men should treat women.
I could call up right now and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's work? How you doing? No, I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, what I think about globally, global, local.
It's that time again where we ask the question, what's on Edigga's mind? Tune in as he talks about what's trending, celebrity news, community and political views, and so much more. So get ready to hear what's going on with your host, the man you all know and love, Edigga.
The views that are expressed on What's on Edigga's Mind is that of the show creator and not Charm City Direct TV network. Some language, videos, and content may not be suitable for young viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. What's good, good people? It is I, the man that you all know and love, Edigga, and welcome to another episode of What's on Edigga's Mind, right here in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you go, follow, share, like, subscribe. We are everywhere. YouTube at Charm City Direct TV, Facebook at Charm City Direct TV. Instagram charm underscore city direct TV, Twitch at Charm City Direct TV, Twitter, Charm City Direct, no TV at the end. For all of the up-to-date content, all of the new content, all of the new shows. Special shout out to Barbershop and Mike's podcast that comes on Mondays, 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Charm City Direct TV. You can watch it here, or you could watch it on the group page, the official group page of Barbershop and Mike's podcast group page, where you could do everything over there. Participate, ask questions, watch the live shows and the replays. Such a great show. So shout out to Bro Mike, my man Sean, Vet, and Jasmine, who is definitely making some noise on Charm City Direct TV. Also, for my sister station, Baltimore's newest online radio station, WLEO 26.7 online radio. Make sure you go download the free WLEO radio app from Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes, or you can go to the official website of WLEO radio at www.wleo267onlineradio.com. Make sure you go there, check it out. Music for everybody, all genres, gospel, R&B, jazz, hip hop, you name it, it's there. And talk shows for your liking to cater to all genres. Today, good people, I'm going to apologize for my emotions now, because around this time in November, it's kind of like a struggle for me. Not in a bad way. Whatever you decide what is bad or what is good. I know that you have seen me do podcasts, and I've talked a lot about my family. And we are coming off of a high, so to speak, from the Thanksgiving holiday. Some of us were fortunate to have family present, those who traveled from very far places to be with you. Some of your family right here in the state of Maryland, some are out and traveled. And some people did not have that luxury. because either your family are too far widespread out, or some of your family members are gone off uh to or passed, put it that way. But November the 30th uh is a struggle for me every year, because that is my oldest one of my oldest brothers' uh birthday. My brother David, who I talk about often in my podcast. And that is his birthday, November the 30th. And it's kind of close, like I said, coming from Thanksgiving, the high off of Thanksgiving. We just had Thanksgiving dinner with our families, and knowing that some of your relatives or some of your loved ones who are not there, that you're used to seeing, kind of make you feel a certain type of way. And that is me. So on yesterday, I remember my brother's birthday, November the 30th. And during that time, around that time, good people, I think about him a lot during that time. And I'm the baby of five. Just to give you a little backstory, I'm the baby of five, three brothers. Of course, one is gone. Two brothers remaining, and my sister. So you had four boys and one girl, five kids. And I remember all of that. I remember growing up on a little small street called Smallwood, right here in Baltimore. I remember when my brother left for the army. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And when I think about him, and when I think about around this time, I was laying in bed and I was asleep, and he said, "Okay, I'm about to go." And I'm asleep, but I can see a person right in my face, like I'm about to go. And I'm like, "Where you going?" As a child, uh you always had that question. You always wanted to go. I don't care where it was. You always wanted to go. If somebody said they was going somewhere, you always wanted to go, or you asked the question, can I go? And I remember asking him, can I go? And his response was, no, you can't go. I'm gonna need you to stay here. And I didn't understand that until the next morning. I asked my mom and said, where's David? And she said, David is in the army. And I looked at my mom and said, is he coming back? And she said, yeah, eventually he will be back. Now, the the funny thing is both of my brothers, but David and Curtis, they went on into the armed forces. And I believe, if my memory serves me right, Curtis went first, David went second. But David came home before Curtis. And I remember it all, people. I was sitting in the living we was all sitting in the living room, because my mom had got notice to say that David was coming home. And so with every knock on the door, we thought it was him. For three nights, probably more. Every knock on that door, you know, we thought it was David. And one night, when we least expected, it was a bang on the door. It was like an unusual bang on the door. And here he came. right in the door. And we walked in. He looked different. Of course, I haven't seen him in years, and voice changed. And he said, I've been to Germany. You know, I've been to London. I mean, he was just naming all these places where he went, and I was like, man, he's back. You know, and he stayed. And out of that time, people, my dad was present, but he was there as well. And although I was his brother, I looked up to my brother. And I always wondered, you know, certain things that he did that I said, man, I can't wait till I get older. And my brothers are big, my brothers are huge. And I said, I couldn't, I'm skinny. You know, I just wanted to be like them. I wanted to be like my brother David. So I named the show, and I dedicated to the memory of my brother. And I named this when the last important puzzle piece, when the last important puzzle piece is gone. And the reason why I named it that, people, is because he kept the family together after the passing of my mom. You ever sat down and did a puzzle? And see, I I don't have the time or the patience. I don't remember any time where I put together a whole puzzle by myself. If there was a puzzle, I kind of, chipped in and put a piece there, put a piece there. I don't have the patience. But you notice that when you put a puzzle together and you missing some pieces and you try to pick it up and move it, it crumbles because certain puzzle pieces are gone. And when I look at this situation, or when I was thinking about a topic or a name for this episode, it hit me. Puzzle pieces. When the puzzle pieces are gone, it's kind of hard to complete, or it's hard to pick it up and transfer it to one place to another because it'll crumble. Like I said, good people, you know, there are people across this country who have lost loved ones, and especially hard around this holiday season with Christmas just around the corner. And you so accustomed to seeing these people. That's how I feel right now with my brother. That's how I feel right now with my mom and my dad. But I every time when I speak about them, I know that they are here in my heart, and they live in my heart, and I have memories. And it's crazy because, like I said, around his birthday, I think about him heavy. I think about him often more than when I think about him. And he appears in my dreams. And every time when he appears in my dreams, there are other people around. It's a situation where there's a party or there's other people around, and he is right there in the midst of it. And oftentimes he asks if I'm okay. He asked me if I'm okay. And that was him. He will ask if I'm okay. If you have family out there, contact your family. If you have family that lives out of state, contact your family. You don't need a special invitation. You don't need a special day or hour. Whatever you are going through that has caused you not to talk to your family, get over it. Call them and ask them, are they okay? Just this past week, like I said, the Thanksgiving holiday, I normally call my sister, and she called me, but I didn't call her back. And there's not a moment where I don't call her. God call her. She's in another state, another city, another state. And I felt bad. I felt bad, people. I felt bad, and I had to stop. I was at work. I had to stop, and I had to call her just to hear her voice. Sometimes when you don't hear from a person for a long period of time, some people say it's good. Me, I need to hear your voice. I need to see your face. And like I said, he appears to me in dreams. As a matter of fact, I shared this on a podcast a long time ago. He predicted the birth of my son, or he predicted that I would have a child. And some people said that his death caused you some type of pain. But the creation of life gave you joy. Good people, if you have brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, mother, father living in other countries or other cities and states, make sure that they are okay. I can't stress that enough. You have some people out here right now who are mad over situations that happened 20, 25, 30 years ago. When are you going to bury that hatchet? Because in the blink of an eye, that person can be gone, and you're left right here with regret in your heart. and then you say, I should have said I'm sorry. I should have been a bigger person to say I'm sorry or I apologize. Don't be that person. Reach out to your family. And like I said, David was that person that after the passing of my mom, he was there. 3 younger siblings, him being the oldest, had to step in and fill the void now to keep this family somewhat together. And now that he's gone, our family is spread apart. They say, when you see everybody, and the family reunion always happen at a funeral. When you go to funerals for loved ones, and you haven't seen that cousin, you haven't seen that cousin in 20 some odd years, and they right there, or you haven't seen your aunt in 15 years, and they right there. Why is that? Why is that? Why do we always get together at a funeral? I just had to throw that in there, but why is that? And then at the funeral, we say, "Hey, we got to stop doing this." You know, we have got to have a legitimate family reunion. We can't do a family reunion at a funeral. That is not good. When the last important puzzle piece is gone, what do you do? When that puzzle piece is important to fill the gap and complete the puzzle, but the puzzle piece is not missing, it's gone. What do you do? I would give anything right now to have my mom, my dad, and my brother here. But that is so selfish of me, because everything happens for a reason. Maybe if they was here, I will be so reluctant to rely on them that every waking moment I will call them for advice, or call them with financial help, or be too lazy to grow up and be the man that I am now. Maybe this was a way to make me strong, to not rely on people, but who knows? It could be any of that. It could be more. I would never know. Before I close, I just want to say happy birthday, David. I know you're right now. I know right now you're up there celebrating your birthday with mom. I know you're smiling and you're looking down on all of us right now. Continue to be proud. continue to watch over us. Continue to watch over your daughter. Rest in heaven, King. And I appreciate all of you who are watching. Thank you.